Oh my god, we're on. I'm happy, hope you're. Oh my fucking lord. Right, let's just double check. Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Locking It Down with Lucy. I just need to pause that. Hopefully, coming to you live and uninterrupted on the interwebs. I'm happy. Hope you're happy too. I feel buzzing today because I feel like I had a really productive, successful day at work, and nothing makes me feel more fulfilled and satisfied when that happens. Like, I don't know, it's just things have been going well, things have been good in the work vibes, and today there was a particular thing that happened, and I feel like I did a good job, and so I'm pleased with myself. As they said in the Shiny Show, give yourself a pat on the back. You won, you won, you won. The Shiny Show promotes pats on the back, so might as well give myself one now and again when the time happens. But yes, it's a good day for Locking It Down with Lucy, despite the fact that I only just finished work at 7:15. So it's been a pretty quick rush together job to get everything, organized and set up, swap out the work stuff, put in the Lucy stuff. Luckily, I have got the show notes and all that stuff ready. We've got quite a lot of multimedia activity happening on the show today. And then, well, let's just get into what's going on the show today to whet your appetite for today's edition, number 92, baby, of Locking It Down with Lucy. So we have the poll, which I'll get to in a sec. Of course, we have the highlights and lowlights of the week, which is where we catch up. How's everyone doing in the week? Let each other know. Then we have clip of the week numero uno. And then we have a special double clip of the week. We have the return of the Luna logs. Luna has something that she wants to show you. A very good day out indeed. Touching a little bit on what I've been playing. And of course, it is finally time to talk about Mass Effect as a complete. This is it now. We're done. So I will review my thoughts on Mass Effect 3, the Mass Effect franchise. And then at the end of the show, we're going to get a little interactive, because that's how we do on Locking It Down with Lucy. Yeah, last week, I didn't realise that it was the 2-year anniversary of Locking It Down with Lucy. I was so, out of it that I forgot to celebrate. It was exactly 2 years on the day. So I thought, what can I do as a little fun thing to do with the chat? And I was like, maybe it's time for me to see how well I know you guys with a series of questions. We'll get all into that at the end of the show. So if you want to be part of that, then please stay. And we shall see if I know anything or if I am just an egotistical YouTuber. Heaven forbid. Okay, so let's see who is in the chat today. Thank you all so much for choosing to spend your Thursdays here for the next hour or so. It's good to be back on form. It's good to feel back. It's good to feel good. It's good to see you all. And we are starting with Luke on mod duty. Thank you very much. And Corey, who's on the mod duty. Appreciate your services. Thank you so much for that. Robert War is here. Hello. Jazz D is here. Richard Carson says, hello. Steve Like a Fox says, hi all. Working late. Important deadlines or boss talking forever in an evening meeting. No, it was a meeting that I had to be a part of. So that was quite good. We have KRPTV says, oh, evening all, with a smiley emoji. Is that, no, that doesn't look like anything. How do you make that face? I don't even know if my mouth can do that. We got Rui says, hello, Lucy, with a wavy hand. Dusty B70 is here. Let's scroll down. Fabio says hello with the normal smiley. That's a normal smiley. There we go. We have Jamie saying to give myself a shiny. Yes. Jack Turner says hello, Lucy, and everyone in chat. Wishing everyone the best. Thank you, Jack. Wishing you the best too. What is Luke saying? Did the Core Kids talk to you? We'll get to... No, the Core Kids did not speak to me. I stayed at home today. And luckily I did, because I wouldn't have made it. Putain de Geek says, hi, Lucy. Hope you are fine. Thank you. I am fine. Thank you. Oh, it's very kind of you to say. Unit E54 says, how you doing? How you doing? I'm doing all right, thank you. I'm feeling good. Pashami says, celebrate good times. Come on. Celebrate good times. Come on. Let's celebrate the good times. Rich Gamer says, hi, Lucy. Imogen Faith is, I hope you know stuff about me. What? I hope you know. What is this cryptic message that Imogen has sent me? Imogen will be in Clip of the Week. She always loves seeing herself in Clip of the Week. Michael A says, howdy guys. And Logan Tyler says, hi everybody. Ew, good to see you all. So let us begin by saying thank you everybody who tuned into the Mass Effect stream at the weekend. I'm very happy that I got to stream some of my Mass Effect times with you guys. I talk about it all the time on the show. I thought I was an Uncharted fan until I played Mass Effect Legendary Edition, and I realised that I'm just clearly obsessed with Mass Effect. So thank you for tuning in for that. It was amazing to get the Platinum trophy with all you guys. Imogen is asking if I know stuff about her. Oh, I see. Oh, I've forgotten my own segments on the show, everybody. I see. Good that you're keeping on track with what's going on. God knows what I'm up to over here. So yeah, that was fun. Well, it's very broad, these questions, by the way. I'm not going to ask like specific person-to-person questions. We'll see how it goes. It's more of a general, I'm asking about chat, not just you personally. What have we got in the poll today, which I would like you to participate in if you will? As we are wrapping up all things Mass Effect, I thought it was only right to think about the future of Mass Effect. So the poll this evening is, are you excited for Mass Effect 4? Let's start with the bottom. So we've got no, critical mission failure. Boom, 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 boom. 5% are saying no. What has happened to your life? What's made you think this way? We have at 30%, not sure, new to the franchise. Well, welcome. I hope it'll be everything you ever wanted. At 32%, we have no, not sure, we'll wait and see. And at 32, oh my god, it's drawn at 32%. I was about to get all happy. It's yes, I'm calibrating with excitement. Oh, my boy Garrus, we're going to talk about Garrus later. Don't you worry. And then we'll probably never. I'll just have to, be with my Garrus thoughts alone forevermore. No more excuse to talk about how much I love Garrus. I'm sure there will always be an excuse. So yeah, please let me know in the chat what your poll thoughts are, and I will check in on them later, because we will need to use the poll for the latest segment. But yeah, okay, we're not counting Andromeda, all right, because that's technically not Mass Effect. But I mean, it is, but it's Mass Effect Andromeda, and I've not played it. I don't think I ever will play it. I'm not sure if I really need to play it in my life, but we'll get on to Mass Effect 4 later on in the show. Rui's saying, I feel sorry for people who have never played Mass Effect. Been a fan since 2009. Get into it, people. Yes, get into it. Get into the Normandy. Get into the shuttle. Ooh, so good. Can't wait to talk about it later. Can we just get to that bit of the show now? So let's start off with, what am I drinking? That's what we do next. So to celebrate my happiness, I'm just going to drink what I always drink, which is some Pepsi Max. Now, I realise that I haven't really been experimenting much recently. Since I've moved to the flat, I need to figure out where my nearest export shop is so I can start getting some of those funky drinks back in again. So I might do a bit of reconnaissance this week to find the local export shop, and we'll see what we can bring back for next week's show. Because, I mean, I've been drinking this Pepsi Max for about 3 weeks at this rate, because I don't really drink fizzy drinks that much outside of the show, so they just sort of sit around. But you know what that means? It's going to be so flat. So flat, so good. LudiXP knows how to party with a drink that's super flat. It's super flat. And I've got the ginormous goblet mug that has just spat back at me. I didn't get all of that. No more Nisa. No, I don't even know where my local Nisa is. I've really got to scout the local area and find out where I'm getting all this stuff. How much sugar is there in Pepsi Max, says Kartik Sharma. I don't know. I'm sure I could read and find out. Fat. Carbonate of which sugars? 0%. It says there's no sugar. That must got to be a lie. Yeah, it says sugars at 0%. There's got to be something in here, though. It's not thin air. There's got to be some kind of badness. I've got into a really weird place on YouTube. This is just a side tangent, just FYI. Where I've started watching this guy. I don't know how this happens. I don't know. YouTube works in mysterious ways. And I keep watching videos of this guy who just keeps eating food as a challenge. Like, he just does these calorie challenges. And honestly, nothing makes me feel more sick or like I feel like I've eaten the food with him watching it. He's like, today I'm going to eat my body weight in donuts. And the video is literally just him going to the drive-thru, getting the donuts, and then sitting at home eating the donuts. And I'm watching this for 20 minutes. And I'm like, why? But there he is, trying to eat all the Domino's pizzas. Let's click on that one. And he ate like McDonald's for a week. Why am I watching this? I don't know, but it's weirdly fascinating and puts me off eating fast food, because when you see someone consuming that much junk food, there's nothing I want more than to not eat any of it. I'm quite happy participating through the realms of just watching through YouTube. So this week I've eaten by proxy too many donuts, a lot of McDonald's, every single pizza that Domino's has to offer, and some other awful combinations. I don't know. I think I quite like the way that he just makes the videos, I guess, and he's got an interesting presentation style. I'll have to drop in the chat who this person is. I like to shout out to the fellow people doing the content work on YouTube, you know, spread the love. I'll find it during clip of the week so you too can entertain yourselves. What I like about this guy as well, he goes on a lot of bike rides and he films that process, which I'm like, I need to get on my bike. So he doesn't just eat the stuff, he also like works out and whatever. But there we go. Bottoms up. That's one of the things that this guy does on this channel, right? He'll eat the food and he'll go, and like a little flame will come up on his hands. Or he'll go, this is another thing he does. W-O-W, and the words will come up if he really likes it. I just think it's somewhat interesting. I like it. Okay, let us get into the show. Let's get it on with the check-in, the highlights and lowlights of the week. Let me know if you have any highlights or lowlights to share. Whilst I wait for the feed to catch up, I'll read some of the chat. Corey is saying that there's sweetener in it, but no actual sugar. Okay, cool. Question is how much aspartame is in it, says KRPTV. I know what that word is, but it's failing me on how to pronounce it. Aspartame. Oh my god, I'm glitching. Something like that. I know what you're talking about. It's something else, right? Something else not good. Jose, hello, is saying, I'm drinking warm Pepsi and eating cold pizza. Living the dream. Do you know what I ate today? Because I didn't have time to make any food. I didn't eat pizza today. Hello, light of the week. I didn't eat pizza. So I finished work at 7:15, started writing the show notes, and I was like, there's no time to cook the pizza. So what did I eat instead? I ate a classic meal. So earlier today, I cooked a favourite of mine, which is cheesy beans on toast. So you cook the beans, you put the cheese in, you mix it all up, and then you put it on some toast. Now, I had a few beans left over because I was like, I was going to eat more beans with the pizza, because I was like, you know what, I might as well cook the whole tin of beans rather than cooking it twice or saving it and not really knowing. But I had to eat instead because I didn't have the pizza. Warmed up cheesy beans and Pringles. Classic dinner there. Nice. But that means there'll be pizza for next time. Pizza to go around later on. What is your favourite pizza, Lucy? It is, without a shadow of a doubt, pepperoni pizza. Nothing hits the spot more than a pepperoni. Like, some people were like, why not just go full meat feast? I need double pepperoni in my life. I actually ordered Domino's recently. Wasn't that good? Wish I hadn't done it. Well, I don't wish I hadn't done it. I wish I'd just gone with my heart, and my heart would have been Papa John's. But the sizes were too big. Anyway, aspartame is the stuff that they put into no added sugar drinks to make them taste better. But how comes everything's in the green? Pringles are awesome. They are awesome. I've also been eating those Pringles forever. Richard says, hello. After finally moving to another wonderful flat, I finally got a kitchen and finally can pizza tomorrow since over the week of only eating lentils for lunch. Nice. That is something to celebrate. Let's celebrate. I'm getting some highlights and lowlights in now. Yes, double pepperoni from Papa John, says Jazz D. Chef's kiss. Jamie says, low light, Chelsea lost last night. Sad face. But a highlight, WrestleMania 38 both nights and Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga. Nice. Or you just have to imagine the flame. That comes up over here. Pashami says, low light definitely is that we got 20 centimeters of snow last week. I also had to do that. Roughly 20 centimeters of snow last week. I imagine that would be, frustrating. I mean, I like snow when I think about snow, but I hate snow when it happens. It's like, how irritating. Corey says, highlight getting close to the retiring Fall Guys plat. Nice. Got the 20 wins trophy yesterday. No highlight this week. That's what we like to hear. And no highlight week. I also managed to get my auto Fall Guys platinum pop as I played the other day with Bethany and Luke. And the auto pop is I'm not going to not play Fall Guys. As much as I didn't really want to get the platinum again via auto pop ways, I also don't want to not play Fall Guys again on principle that I just don't want the trophies to auto pop. That's just a level too far. So I did it. And now I have 131 platinums. So that's an exciting time. Carbonara pizza? That seems like a lot. I'm not sure. Rui says, highlight, got the plats for Horizon Forbidden West and Life is Strange True Colors. Lowlight, got COVID because I accidentally made out with a random guy last Saturday. Do you know it was that random guy? Did he have to text you awkwardly and be like, hi, I'm really sorry, it's random guy that you made out with last Saturday. I've got the COVID. That would be awkward. Dusty saying, Lowlight, Dot Cotton died. So has my car, work week from hell. I'm sorry to hear that, Dusty. Hopefully things get better next week. And yes, Dot Cotton, for those of you that don't know, is an EastEnders legend. June Brown, she's been on the show EastEnders, which I've talked about now and again. She's been on it for a long time, and she died at like the grand age of like 95. Oh, I don't like to gossip. Oh, I say. She was great. Classic character. So it is very sad. And she like worked forever. So yeah, shout out to you, Dot Cotton, June Brown. Robert War says, Lowlight, have to work the next 3 Tuesdays, so lose one of my days off. Oh no, that sucks. Hopefully it'll be okay. Have you ever played Yakuza? No, I have not. She was 95. Yeah, 95. What a legend. Fly Highland says, highlight, Lego Star Wars came out. Lowlight, I don't have one. Oh no, you don't have it. Oh, that's a shame. Everyone is talking about this Lego Star Wars. I don't get the hype. Like, I get that Star Wars is a big deal, but I've just, but why is everyone like, what is it about Lego Star Wars that's got everyone, just crazily excited? Has the Lego formula changed up? Is it just purely because it's Star Wars? I need to know. Fly Highland is saying Lego Star Wars is epic. 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 But how? 95 isn't a bad age considering she was a heavy smoker. Yeah, definitely. Next platinum trophy. Ooh, Roberto's asking. Not sure yet. The foreshadowing or foresight of the next platinum trophy is unknown. You will need to buy the Lego Star Wars. But how? I want Lego Mass Effect. Oh my god, can you imagine Lego Gareth? Can you imagine if there was a Lego Build the Normandy? I wouldn't buy it because there's no way I'd be able to do it, but it would just be cool. SpongeBob Platinum, says Richard. Nice. It's Legos and Star Wars. Self-explanatory. I guess I'm just not cool, is the answer to that. Jack Turner says, highlight is that I played the Hot Wheels game on PS5 and really liked it. Just working on the remastered Spider-Man plats. Nice. JD says, is playing Returnal while I watch the stream tonight. Nice, good luck. Enjoy playing Returnal. Actually, you have reminded me, JD125, I need to play the Returnal DLC, so I might try and do that this weekend and get those DLC trophies to get my percentage back up. I'm just there. The water is rising, but if I get that, it'll go back down again. Going for the Returnal plat this evening, he says. Good luck. Good luck. I wish you the best. Right, let's see. I've only ever played one Lego game, Pirates of the Caribbean. I mean, the Lego games are fine. They're fun games. I mean, I've indulged in a few Lego games in my time, but I feel like I had my fill, that I don't need any more. I really like Lego Harry Potter. I thought that was good. But I don't know, unless they've changed the formula. We'll see. Oh, Night Poetry says, Lucy, you still be talking for 10 hours and I'll listen to you without a single yawn. It's so interesting to hear you talk. Oh, I'm really glad. Actually, someone gave me a really nice compliment the other day. I forget your name, I'm sorry. But they said, Lucy, I love your show, Locking It Down with Lucy, because it really helps me go to sleep. Now, on the surface, that sounds like, Lucy, you're really boring, you help me sleep. But actually, I take that as a huge compliment because I, too, listen to podcasts in the hope of falling asleep. I mean, if I could provide that service for someone, I'm very happy. So if you're falling asleep to the dulcet sounds of my voice right now, I salute you. And I hope you have a lovely, lovely dream. Not filled with my ramblings, but maybe with Gareth. One of my highlights and lowlights of the week. So my lowlight of the week stems from a story that broke on Twitter and Instagram, was the fact that I ate washing up detergent as part of my dinner because my dad fed it to me. Now, here's how the story goes. I was at home on Monday because every year I take off the day for Wrestlemania. And we watched Wrestlemania. I'll get to a bit to that later. And I was like, you know what? I might as well stay at home for the rest of the day and actually eat a meal that's, home cooked, that, might have vegetables or something good. Because I hadn't eaten vegetables or anything very good in like a week because I was sick. I just had no energy to cook anything. So I was like, I'll stay at home and eat something with some health, so some goodness. So I was in the kitchen. Now, nothing reminds me of why I moved out than going back home for extended lengths of time. Sorry if anyone at home is listening to me talk about this. So yeah, I'm like, oh, man, like there's just stuff, because there's 6 people living in the house. It gets very crowded very quickly. You've seen clips of my house. Everything is just piled on top of each other. So I remember going to the kitchen and I was like, what's this? There was like a washing detergent, like tablet bubble thing. The ones that are in the squidgy stuff. And it was on the kitchen counter and it had burst. Hang on, hold up. And this is a puddle of washing detergent was just sitting there on the counter. And I was like, ain't my house anymore. Do what you're going to do. Now, apparently, no one had cleaned it up because my dad was going to use it to do my washing. He was going to, I don't know, scoop it up in his hand and put it in the machine or something so not to waste the detergent. But that didn't seem to be what happened. So later on, fast forward now to dinner time, spaghetti bolognese, a good old spag bowl. And I'm eating it, and it does taste a little funky, but I couldn't quite put my finger on why. Then Tasha comes in, who's also eating the dinner, and Tasha's like, she's not very well. She wasn't feeling well. And she was like, I don't know, I think I don't feel well, and this dinner tastes weird because I don't feel well. And I was like, no, Tasha, the dinner does taste weird. I'm pretty sure it tastes like washing up detergent. To which my dad, who he could have covered this up, because I didn't know, my detective skills aren't Poirot level. But, I kind of was like putting 2 and 2 together. I was like, I bet no one cleaned up that detergent. Something has happened here. So when I said this statement, it wasn't like the moving finger points or anything. My dad immediately goes, oh, it was only just a little bit that fell in. And I was like, what? I was like, what? You knew this happened? And he was like, oh, well, the onion went in it, but only a little bit. So he knowingly... So all I can imagine is he was chopping up the onions. It fell into the washing up detergent that was just on the side that probably no one had cleared up. But my dad thought it's fine, continued chopping it, put it in the mixture, and there we were all eating washing up. Yeah, exactly what. I don't know if my dad's still alive. I've not messaged him because we all stopped eating the food as soon as we realised that happened. We were like, no, Dad, because... you'd be eating it and it wouldn't be every mouthful, but some mouthfuls. And I was like, Dad, we can't eat any more of this. It's really bad for you. It's toxic. And then my dad's like, it's fine. He ate the entire meal. So God knows if he's still alive. I'll find out at the weekend. And then because of that, we all just were like, no, we're not eating anything. And so he did buy us all a Subway. So thanks, Dad. So yeah, that was the lowlight of the week. I went home to eat healthy food and ended up eating washing detergent and potentially poisoning ourselves. So, yeah, that's my low light. The other low light, I made this, we're eating it. A man of principle, says Peter H. I know, he just wouldn't want the food to not be eaten. I was like, Dad, we were looking up on Google. We were like, you can't eat this stuff. It's toxic. I'm slipping under. So yeah, that's another reason why I left home, so that I didn't have to eat the food anymore. So I could eat cheesy beans and Pringles. Living the dream. Try drinking tea with a hint of detergent like I once did, says KRPTV. Nice. Maybe it was the assassination attempt. Well, yeah, last week it was the moldy bagel he gave me. This week it's the washing detergent. I got to keep my wits about me. I'm trying to, maybe I am being assassinated by my own dad. Gotta look out. Maybe he doesn't want me to it's like the young lion, I'm on the prowl. Wow. I'm gonna take him down. Richard is saying, Lucy, so Sonic 2, huh? Gotta go fast. I've not watched it yet. I need to. I don't know. Well, I do need to. I would like to. Need is a bit strong, but I would like to see it. I don't know if it's as good as the first one, from what I've heard. Gilmero says, I'm going to try your cheesy beans this weekend. Do it. Now, this is the formula. My mum did this. So you make the beans, and I like to get grated cheese, and then you start stirring it in as you're making the beans. And so it's all like part of the sauce. So you get like a cheesy texture as you're eating the stuff, and then you pour a little bit as well as a garnish on top. I've been watching a lot of Great British Menu, all right? I know how to quenelle your ice cream and, give it a little bit of caviar. Okay, so those are my main things. Also, there was a new seating arrangement at work, which was like, and you know how humans respond to change. It's like, no change. So that's been a struggle, having to leave behind my pandemic desk, which I loved dearly, to this brand new desk. More on that to come, I guess. I don't like it. I want to go back, but it's like the office is soft rebooted now. The office is set up for people to come back. They've COVID is over in the office, it seems. So yeah, that's my lowlight of the week. My highlights of the week are having my 3 days off, so watching Wrestlemania, which was pretty fun. Although I'm going to give a brief. You mean bread on beans? No, beans on toast, everybody. I cook the toast at least. I do cook toast, and then you pour the beans on. Is this not a thing that people do? Is beans on toast not a staple diet? I mean, bread on toast is just wrong. You've got to toast the bread at least. Make it at least palatable. Roberto saying, I don't understand how you got your platinum for Red Dead Redemption 2. Too much time on my hands is how I got that, my friend. In Germany, this is a sin. It's a sin to have beans upon toast and then eat it for lunch. It's a sin. No, it's a thing. All right, it's not a sin. It's a thing. It's a Lucy certified approved meal. And it's one that's very easy and quick to make. Beans on toast is a thing for sure, says Luke. And Corey's saying it's a very British thing. It's so simple, It's the only thing I really have. The moldy bagel sounds the worst when you describe the dust. Yeah, that was pretty disgusting. So yeah, my highlights was watching Wrestlemania, which, as I said, it was fun. I don't feel like it really reached the peak heights of Wrestlemania matches in terms of quality. I think the WWE is really missing that star power. But of course, big up to my man Stone Cold. I won't ruin it or spoil it in case anybody hasn't seen it. But I'm always a big Stone Cold person. If you're going to tell me, do I prefer The Rock or do I prefer Stone Cold? Oh God, sorry, Mike. Get The Rock out of here. Stone Cold all day, every day. The Rock, he just left for Hollywood when I joined watching the WWE. But Stone Cold, he was there for me. He was still whooping ass, taking names, opening a can of whoop ass, Austin 360s, and I never left the WWE. So I'm a big fan. I did enjoy some of the matches on night 2 for the entertainment value. Night 1 felt very wrestling heavy, which is not a bad thing, but I just felt like the wrestling wasn't on WrestleMania peak standards of wrestling. It was a little bit more than it's a pay-per-view match wrestling. Like, for instance, Ronda Rousey and Charlotte didn't deliver, but they did deliver when they wrestled at Survivor Series. Becky and Bianca Belair, while a good match, wasn't as good as Sasha and Bianca the year before. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just didn't think it was great. Night 2, however, I was a bit more into it. Even though it's dumb, I did enjoy the Sami Zayn, Johnny Knoxville. That's it, Johnny Knoxville match. That was a lot of fun. And it made me laugh. I was entertained. I was sports entertained from that match. Don't know why I'm making this face. Are you not entertained? Are you not sportily entertained? So yeah, I enjoyed that. Sports entertained take. Also, the thing is, I never really watched, me and my brother were trying to discuss this. We never really watched Jackass. We were just on the cusp of when, I wasn't a big fan of it, to be fair. I knew of it. I'd watched a few episodes, but I was more Viva La Bam. I was more into watching that, which was less about stunts and more, the scripted reality TV show type thing. I don't think, as someone who's squeamish, Jackass wasn't really something that I was too keen on watching. Like, all I remember is someone sticking an RC car up their rectum and having to go and get an X-ray or something, and you could literally just see in the X-ray the car cut out. And I was like, why? Why do this to yourself? Anyway, it seemed, it was a fun affair. Nice to see Johnny Knoxville. How that man isn't dead is a mystery, but I'm very glad he's not, obviously. And for those of you who don't know, or maybe do know, Johnny Knoxville was the inspiration for Nathan Drake. It's a fact. Look it up. It's true. So what else was there? Oh, and I also really enjoyed Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory and all the other things that happened around that. Whenever Stone Cold's about, it's a good time. And that was just a lot of fun, I felt. And very much enjoyed it. I was very much on the side of Pat McAfee, despite having not really knowing him at all. I was enjoying it. I enjoyed myself. And what was the main event? Oh, Brock Roman. Meh. Yeah, it wasn't really my WrestleMania. Now, what I am doing, so for those of you who unfamiliar, myself and Adam McDermott, Platinum Bro, Lewis, and Joel Guy-Fruski, we're going to meet up at the end of the month, all right, and record a podcast, and I'll make a vlog or something. Confirmed here on the channel. And myself and Adam have quite a long train journey to make it to where undisclosed redacted location that we're going to. And we've decided on this train journey to try and figure out the best WrestleMania matches. So, of course, me being me and loving a good spreadsheet, I've decided to whittle down my favourites in a spreadsheet, and I'm going to watch them all before this train journey, and I'm going to present my spreadsheet to Adam and see what he thinks. So I started my my spreadsheet watching by watching The Rock versus Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 18, and I was like, this is WrestleMania. Like, obviously I've started big. The Rock versus Hulk Hogan is a pretty big deal, but this is like this. It's a dream match for reals. Like, you know, it's the crowd are into it. And I just feel like sometimes if you're not bringing your star power, you're not bringing your A game, the crowd are just going to be a bit flat. But the crowd are up on it. They give it their all and they really make the match. And it made me a Hulkamaniac watching that match. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to go through all of those and see how I feel. Sean is saying my favorite WrestleMania is WrestleMania 17. I'm not watching that one. Only because it's a little bit before my time. I started at 19, but I kind of wanted to watch Rock vs. Hogan anyway. And we'll see. Now, I'm just going to go on record to say that my favourite WrestleMania match, well, everyone who doesn't care about wrestling is zoned out. My favourite WrestleMania match is The Undertaker versus Triple H, Hell in a Cell, with Shawn Michaels as the special guest referee. Nothing gets me going more than that. Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins was probably the best match of the weekend. Yeah, it was fine. Hey, says FPS Glenn. I suddenly shouted. I apologise for that. So yeah, that's my big wrestle chat. Let's have a quick look at what people are saying about wrestling, if anyone has anyone to say. Anyone to say? Layla E will forever be my favourite diva. She was such an icon. Yeah. But was it Lakehall, Team Lakehall? I think Jackass is stupid. I'm not a fan. Yeah, it is a little strange. Fly High says, Lucy, out of curiosity, I was thinking this yesterday. Why do you like wrestling so much? This is interesting. I think for me, I like the showmanship of it all. Like, whenever I watch wrestling, I always feel inspired by the wrestlers and their presence as an entertainer or performer. Like, I do enjoy the wrestling as well. It's great storytelling. It's more about that for me, like the entertainment value. And whenever like someone gets on the mic, the other day I also watched John Cena versus CM Punk at Money in the Bank, and CM Punk cuts a good promo. And I guess, I don't know if I'm doing it now, but I kind of felt inspired to be a talker person, like someone who talks based on how, they get in the ring and they just cut a promo and they talk. And I'd love to like just do that, which I guess I am doing. I do it every Thursday for about an hour and a half. I just talk non-stop. But yeah, I just like that. I like the feuds, I like the characters, and I like the big match feel. I like getting involved and having someone to root for and stuff like that. And yeah, my mum thought it was a phase when we started watching back in 2004. But no, it's not a phase. It's not a phase. Whatever that song is. No, it's not a fucking phase. I just want to feel okay. That's how it goes. Yeah, I enjoy it. I think it's, I'm not really a big sports person, so I think this is the right balance for me with sports and entertainment combined. Sean Schaefer is saying, yeah, Stone Cold versus Bret Hart at WrestleMania 13. That is a match that most people herald as a great WrestleMania match. It's nice talking some wrestling with you guys. Seeing someone get buried alive and being told by your prepubescent friends that it was real. Wild time, says Unlucky 13. Yes! Oh my god, that time when you thought it wasn't, when you thought it was real. I remember being like, what? They just poured cement on Paul Bearer? The hell? He must be dead. He can't breathe in cement. Fun times. But I also really enjoy just the business aspect. Like, I'm a big fan of a lot of the wrestlers as people. So I enjoy hearing about, stories from the business. I listen to the podcast. Obviously, Chris Jericho, I'm a massive fan. Respect the athletic abilities of, like, say, Shawn Michaels and Charlotte and stuff like that. Like I just said Shawn Michaels and Charlotte in the same sentence. Yeah, so that is why. I was never interested in wrestling, but I'm about the same age as Lucy. We just literally stumbled across it because of video games. It was on a demo disc for the PS2, and we started playing it. It was a good time. So video games got us into wrestling, is the moral of that story. Stone Cold and Donald Trump, yes. Yeah, and Donald Trump, he was once the GM of Raw. See, I love all that stuff. It's just a good time. It's silly. If you don't take it on face value, you can have some good time. My dad always sits there and goes, "But it's not real, is it though?" And we like, "Yes, Dad." We like to pretend to my dad it is real, and so he doesn't actually know. We've not told my dad that Santa isn't real. But he's like, "I'm pretty sure that they all like, they know who's gonna win." I'm like, "No, Dad, no one knows who's gonna win." And he's like, "But it isn't like the boxing." I'm like, "No, it's not like boxing. Boxing's a totally different sport." The only WrestleMania I've seen is the main event, which was the Iron Man match with Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, says Terrence. Another classic. When Shawn Michaels coming from the sky, unbelievable. The boyhood dream has come true for Shawn Michaels. I want the boyhood dream to come true for me. I'm not sure what my boyhood dream is yet, but hopefully one day. Have you played any WWE games, says Fabio? Have I played any WWE game? Bro, I played them all. I played pretty much all of them. Got a few platinums in some of them. All right, see my CV. I remember being heartbroken thinking Bulldog had won the 95 Royal Rumble, only for Shawn Michaels to come back in and knock him out, says Luke. Yes, only one of Shawn Michaels' feet touched the ground. Classic moments, classic moments. Of course, I was a big lover of John Cena back in the day. I don't care, all right? I was a teenage girl, so what? Of course I'm going to love John Cena. And you're going to see a lot more of that soon in an upcoming video. Spoilers, excitement for the future. Yes, maybe the boyhood dream is working for PlayStation. Who knows? Yeah, my first platinum was the WWE game, Terrence. It was. Thank you for reminding me. Are you going to get the newest game? I already have the newest game, Corey. I just need to install it and play it. Let me see. Right, so now that I've talked about wrestling for quite a bit, let's go to clip of the week at the grand time of 35 minutes in. So, and his name is John Cena. I've forgotten how the words go. Whether you're fighting or sitting, something got you backing up in the defensive position. And as oh no, that's the wrong song. That's his old song. That's Thugonomics. You can't see me. My time is now. You guys ever? Oh my God, it's fading away. John Cena, why won't you come back to television? I like when John Cena comes back. I miss him. No, we've not done the Mass Effect review yet, Byron. So stay tuned. It's coming up soon. But first, we're going to move on to clip of the week, which is when my sister and I went to the Doctor Who Time Fracture theatre experience. More on that when we get back. Please enjoy clip of the week. Clip of the week. Hello, it's another clip of the week.
Hello.
With Imogen, with our Imogen.
With our Imogen.
It's so cold today, but we're on our way to the Doctor Who Time and Fracture thingy. But before that, we've got a Doctor Who-esque monster that we found. Imogen, show the people.
You think this is a normal bin, and look to see what happens. So I'm going to pretend I'm putting something in the bin.
Thank you for using.
It even looks a bit like a TARDIS, but at least it hasn't eaten you, like in episode.
In episode.
Yes, well done. Your knowledge is sound. Right, we need to learn how to get here. Unit. We've made it. London, Earth, the solar system. London, 1965. Oh, it looks like this one. So basically, we're going to have to do a debrief afterwards. I don't think we'll be able to film anything in the thing. But all right, let's do it. Oh yeah, get the tickets out. Yeah. Just unit. Oh, he's wearing the unit hat. Oh, there's a shop. I like a little shop. Always good when there's a shop. Darlings. Oh, Imogen, is that what we tried to play?
I beat it.
Yeah, hey, look, save 10. So, Imogen, how did you find the Doctor Who experience now that we've come home and we've debriefed?
I loved it, and my favourite part was being with Leonardo da Vinci. I think it was really, really fun. And I liked our track. There's a lot of tracks you could have taken, but I liked ours. I thought it was really good. I got really into it. Team Timogen was really good. Team Timogen and Lucy
Boo!
was really, really good. And yeah, my favourite room I think was Leonardo da Vinci, and I liked talking with him about the silence.
Yeah.
Also like the Ude as well. The Ude was very
Yeah.
nice. But yeah,
Remember, keep the secrets. Keep the secrets.
yeah, no, keep the secrets. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
But I'll definitely say if you like.
Already said a lot.
Yeah, but if you like Doctor Who, you should definitely go.
Yeah.
And,
I'd go again.
Yeah, I want to go again. Yeah,
Yeah.
because there's different tracks you can go on, so I want to see more.
All right, awesome. So it gets a thumbs up from us.
Thumbs up. I think it's like one of the best things I've done.
Okay, cool. And just to check, Imogen, because you know that we like to keep your trivia good here on the channel. Imogen, ready for some Doctor Who trivia? Bam, 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 boom, boom, boom,
You
boom,
know,
boom,
I
boom,
don't
boom, boom,
do
boom,
like
boom.
classics.
No, I'll try and keep it high tech, you know, high level. Imogen, what is the name?
Doctor.
What?
Boo!
It's a theta sigma, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you, Imogen, for playing. Good night.
Basil.
The name of the Doctor, for those of you who didn't catch it, is Theta Sigma. Oh, that's just a throwaway line that one of the characters says to the Doctor in the classic episode, which is exactly what Imogen didn't ask for, but at the time I couldn't think of a question to ask her. But there we go, that was our time at the Doctor Who Fracture in Time, which was a secret cinema-like experience. It was really good. We couldn't really film much in it apart from the ending, but I've only ever been to the Stranger Things Secret Cinema, but this, to me, was much, much better, because in Secret Cinema, there's like, obviously Secret Cinema has much higher tech budget, and it's like, it's really cool, but it was very, I felt that the storyline that they sent you on in Stranger Things was harder to follow. You didn't really have to follow it. It's kind of confusing, whereas because this was a more linear experience, you had to get stuck in, people were actively getting you involved, and you really felt part of the story. And I actually want to go again. I thought it was so good. And of course, I'm biased because I love Doctor Who, but it really felt that I had been transformed to a Doctor Who episode. There's like a bit in the middle where you can take a break and you're at a bar, but the break isn't a break in the storyline. The break is just a break for you to not be walking around and to have some drinks. But there's entertainment, there's aliens like singing and stuff. And there's not like one moment, you're not allowed to have your phone like on, but of course no one's going to stop you. Well, someone might stop you. But I didn't feel like I wanted to take my phone out. I wanted to embrace the experience of sitting here having a glass of water and just watching, being somewhere else that I would never be at again. I thought it was really, really well put together, and it was so exciting to be part of it. There was like monsters, which Imogen alluded to a few of them, but I've never felt so part of a Doctor Who thing than I have there. There was one monster that I turned around, and it was so close to me that I actually went, like seeing it in real life. It was so good. I can't even. So if you have a chance, I highly recommend. And if you like Doctor Who, highly recommend it. The people got us involved. Imogen also had a friend that was part of it. So that was quite funny that we went into one of the areas, and one of the UNIS scientists were like, "Excuse me, I see someone small. Your name is Imogen, right?" And Imogen was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Of course, the Doctor sent you. I know all about you." But we were like, and everyone was like, "Oh my God." And we were like, "Yes, the Doctor sent us." So that was really exciting to be a part of that. Who is your favourite Doctor? Says Sean Schaefer. They like 4, 10, and 11. I love David Tennant and Matt Smith. And I also love the third Doctor. Those are my top 3 favourites. But yeah, David Tennant and Matt Smith are so hard. But I love David Tennant. Matt Smith is only a little bit below. But yeah, I thought that was a lot of fun. And I very much enjoyed my time there. And I hope to go again and see if I get a different storyline. Because when you're part of it, there's like different storylines happening. It depends who you end up speaking to, but all of them come together, and then at the end you're like in one big thing. And I was like, this is so cool. So yeah, big fan of that. Now, well, the third Doctor too, never heard you mention him before. I love a bit of the third Doctor. John Pertwee, I'm surprised for my age. I love his episodes. Him and Sarah Jane, him and Joe Grant, all over it. He has some of my favourite episodes. We used to watch Planet of the Spiders all the time. Buddy, we used to do that all the time. Oh, praise. And then whenever a big spider showed up, we'd be like, oh, praise to the great one. Oh, praise to the great one. And we still call the spider in the shed the great one. We were all over that. He was my favourite. I'm not really sure why. I always thought that he was the Doctor as a child. Like, I was like, he's the one. I used to call him John Smith, even though I know that's the Doctor's, like, you know, fake name. But I used to be like, oh, John Smith is my favourite Doctor, because I was aware of other Doctors. But he was always the one that I like. Spearhead in Space. Yes, another classic. I used to have nightmares about the Silurians and the virus that happens in. I don't think it's Spearhead in Space. It's the Autumn. No, maybe. No. It's the virus, not in Spearhead Space. It's the virus in the Silurian episode when all those viruses are like going blah, and that used to freak me out. And I used to think that was going to happen to us. So yeah, that is my Doctor Who. And my dad saw him once, and he was dressed up and Bessie and everything. Oh, I'd love to meet John Pertwee. Obviously, he's dead, R.I.P. But I would have loved to have gone up to him like, hey, mate. I shouldn't have said that. I'm like, I loved watching you. You were my favourite Doctor growing up. Because, of course, I used to watch Doctor Who in the dark times. We used to watch it on Gold TV. So this was when it was off air. John Pertwee was the Doctor back in 1971 or whatever. And then there's me in 1996 watching Planet of the Spiders and being like, you're my favourite. I would have loved to have told John Pertwee that he was my favourite Doctor when I was a kid. I hope he would have liked it. But yeah, all that. Akia! That was good. What year did it come back with Christopher Eccleston? I remember watching it with my family and it was a big deal at the time. So that was in 2005. Yes, 2005. I'm just trying to think because I was 14. So when I'm 14, the year is one before. So 2005. 2004 was when it was announced to be back. And yeah, that's when Christopher Eccleston came back. And that's the reason why we watched it. Because we were like, oh yeah, do you remember we used to watch Doctor Who all the time as a kid? Should we watch this new Doctor Who? And we did. And we loved it. It's still my favourite TV show of all time. I have so much love for it. I feel like Doctor Who just has such a good message and just good vibes. Big fan of the Doctor. What a role model for all, every and all. I remember watching the reboot in school, says Jazzy. Oh, nice. What do I think of the current one? I'm not a huge fan of the Jodie Whittaker era, but there is a new episode coming out on Easter Sunday. Legend of the Sea Devils. The Sea Devils, another classic monster from the John Pertwee era. Big fan of the Sea Devils too. So I'm excited to see that, but I'm also very excited to see Russell T Davies come back and hopefully bring the show back to its former glory. Looking forward to see what he does with it. And I've seen on the rumour mill, he has big plans. I also love Russell T Davies. I love that whole crew. I was so into Doctor Who at a level that wasn't just I enjoyed watching the show. I enjoyed knowing about the show. I enjoyed how the show was being made. I used to watch Confidential all the time. I used to listen to any podcast or interviews with Russell T Davies or any of the producers, Phil Collinson, and all that stuff. I loved listening to the DVD commentaries and knowing how they filmed it, what was going through their heads. Like, I was so into that. Like, I miss it. Sometimes I still listen to those. And they just seem like great people. And again, I would love to be like, hey, I really enjoyed listening to you talk about how much you enjoyed filming The End of Time. They'll be like, well, so yeah, I want that camaraderie to come back where you knew Danny Hargreaves, the SFX guy. Big fan. Anyway, I've spent so much time talking about things that aren't on the show notes. God damn it. So let's move on to what have I been playing, which is going to be the Mass Effect review. But firstly, I did jump back into Horizon for a little bit in my time of sickness and need. I was like, I need to play something simple. So I played a bit of Horizon. It's a fine game. It's a fine game. If you like an open world and a running round in circles. That didn't go anywhere, that song. Anyway, it was nice to just run around, do a few bits. Still found the story missions. Oh, I got to that bit finally. No spoilers, don't worry. I got to the bit in the story where finally everyone's like, everything changes, it's mind-blowing. And yes, that was pretty cool. I was like, you had my interest, Horizon Zero Dawn. Now you have my attention. Is that the way that the phrase goes? I think so. So yeah, that twist happened, and I was like, okay, I'm interested to see how this goes, but don't know if I really care. Also, some of the characters just drive me nuts. I'm just like, shut up. I sometimes just shut my own ears up because I can't bear it anymore. But yeah, it was fine to just run around and do the things for a bit. PS3 Gaming says hello, and Sean Schaefer is shouting out to Science in the Library as their favourite Day 10 episode, which I agree, that is a banger. Love that episode. What is my favourite? I think that is up there with one of my favourite episodes. Oh, my favourite episode is, of course, The Day of the Doctor. Love The Day of the Doctor. Science of the Library, probably top 3 for sure. So yeah, that was my forte back into Horizon. But now it's time to get onto the big thing, the big, juicy, meaty topic that I can't wait to talk about. It is Mass Effect 3. I finally mustered up the courage, the will to finish Mass Effect 3. Got the Platinum live on stream at the weekend. So this is it. This is the final review, my final thoughts on Mass Effect 3 and the Mass Effect series from going back to it. Let us go and look at some clips quickly. So firstly, I want to present to you this trophy. So I went through my my trophies and I found this trophy. I don't think I've shown it on the show before. And I have no clue what I'm saying in it. So if you can figure out what it is I'm saying as this trophy popped. Corey, there will be spoilers at some point, but we will use the spoiler hand. Do not fear. The spoiler hand will come up. So let us jump to... Oh, hang on. We got to watch the Lunar Logs first, I think. Oh, God. Let's see if I can... Okay, before we get to it, let's quickly watch the Lunar Logs. So that's what's lined up, I believe. Unless we come back to that. Let's come back to that in a sec. Hold up.
I don't even want to stop. Okay, fine. Price. Oh God. What is this for?
Hello, I forgot to add my microphone to this this source. So there we go. I don't know what I just said in that clip. It sounds like some sort of ramblings of a mad person. I'm like... Blah, 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 blah. So here we go. Mass Effect. What do I think about Mass Effect 3? So here you go. We're looking at some of the stuff here. We'll have this playing in the background as I talk about it. So overall, I think it's safe to say that Mass Effect 3 is my favourite of all of the Mass Effects. And I think the reason is because this one is much more... Is this even moving, this clip? Okay, whatever. It is. Something's happening. I yawned. Did I? Anyway, I think it's because this one... The series has evolved over time. So the first one is very RPG heavy. The second one is somewhere in between. Did I yawn in the clip? Is that what's happening? I didn't actually fact check these clips. I was like, oh, you know what, I'll just do it. Oh, God knows what I'm saying now. I wish I'd checked this. So yeah, the second one is somewhere in between of RPG and narrative, whereas this one goes full on linear narrative. And I think that's my jam, really. I very much... Also, did you play the lyric properly? It was like 2 seconds. No, we will get back to that. So yeah, I think I enjoyed this one much more. They definitely upped the storytelling in this one. I greatly appreciated that. Like, I feel that there's a lot more cinematic narrative drive with, you know, all the characters have a bit more to them now, and they all feel much more alive, which is why I love this one a lot as well. Like, in the past, the first Mass Effect, you talk to your people... You get to know them a little bit on a very substantive... Like, they're all standing in their positions on the Normandy, and you go and speak to them. Same with Mass Effect 2, but they give it a little bit more. This one, you go and speak to the people at Normandy, and there's proper cutscenes for it. And you're like, yes, your people have always something to say after a mission. So before, in Mass Effect 2, I would go to Garrus, and he would have nothing to say to me anymore, apart from the same, but not now, Shepard. I just need to calibrate. This time, if I went to speak to Garrus... 9 times out of 10, as long as I didn't badger him too much, he would have something to say about the mission that just happened. Like, oh, I can't believe we just like sorted out the Quarians and the Turians and all that rubbish. And and they would talk to each other on the intercom. So sometimes you'd go and see Liara, and Liara was talking to like Edie, and I was like, I love it. The Normandy feels alive. Like, people are talking to each other, they're doing the things, and they wouldn't always be in their same spot. Like, you would go to the kitchen area, and James and Garrus would be bouncing about something. You would then go over to the bar area, and Tally would be drinking, and she'd be proper drunk, and you'd ask her if she was okay. Like, I love it. They've really stepped it up in this one, and you really feel like all that time you spent with all these characters has paid off because you're feeling it. You feel like a crew, and you feel together. And the same with Shepard. They really delve into Shepard a bit more. Like, you can see the stress that, you know, being the commander, being in control of this thing is having a toll on Commander Shepard, and It's so fascinating, so good. And also, I just want to shout out to the Citadel. This Citadel, not as good as the first Citadel, but I love walking around all of these places. The Presidium, the embassies. There's a lot of like side character missions that you're doing here, so you're helping people out, helping the war effort. The whole of Mass Effect 3 is about bringing everyone together because you want to have a collective force to fight the Reapers one last time. And you go to the war room and you can see how well you're doing, and you're trying to like bring everyone together, and all of these things come together for the final war effort. And it's so good, it's so satisfying. I love it so much. I just think this game, now the only thing that lets it down is the ending. Now I'll talk about the ending in a bit, we'll get onto that. I don't think it detracts. Like I'm not someone that like hates the ending, but I also don't agree it's not the best. It's not the best ending. It did leave a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth upon a second playthrough. I didn't really care too much the first time I played because I didn't know, but this time it did feel like it slipped a bit. But it's the journey. It's these characters that proper bring together, and also the gameplay is so much fun. I really like how carefully thought out these missions are. Like I had a real problem with the missions in Mass Effect 2. They felt very formulaic. It was always the same thing each time. You would arrive at said place. There'd be a cutscene that would happen. You would then do a bit of walking, talking, and then all of a sudden, all hell would break loose, and you would have to fight through corridors and then fight a big boss at the end. This doesn't happen. Every mission feels properly tailor-made for whatever it is you're doing. You care about what's happening. Oh, and then whoever you bring on the mission has something to say, something to do. It's so well put together, and I'm talking about both endings, Jamie, which we'll get. So Robert Ward is still saying I prefer Mass Effect 2. I just think this one really brings together all of the stories so well. And also, this one doesn't have some of that tedious stuff that the other games had that I wasn't a fan of. For a start, look at the galaxy map. Oof, looks exciting. But in this one, the little submission is so much better because it's just go to the place, scan, get the thing. You're not going around mining everyone for goods. You're also not... What was the other one that they had in Mass Effect? Well, oh yeah, the Mass Effect 1 one, which is... I actually do really like, which was going on the Mako and exploring planets. I wish that there was more of that. This was very much simplified. They're not asking too much of you, and I'm a big fan of that. Also, there's no little mini games like, oh, we gotta crack a safe now. No, we're just getting on with the mission. And look, here we are. Look at these fine people in this squad. Now, my go-to was always Garrus. Gotta have my best man with me. And then Liara, my best friend. You know, we had our issues in the past or whatever, but we've cleared it up. We're best friends now. We take them on the mission. We sort out our stuff. We get our crew together, level up, get on the shuttle, and off we go to the mission. Big fan. And I like this. You get this little debrief at the beginning. I've probably skipped through this because I already knew it was going to happen. This is me replaying it. But I love how your crew have like things to say. They interject in the moments that matter. And it's so weird. I feel that the experience is so tailor-made to you. I can't imagine the game being anything else. Now, I was thinking about this on the way to work today. And Mass Effect as a whole franchise, it's like a series I don't think any other series has managed to achieve what this game is achieving. This game, it feels different to Uncharted. It feels different, like Uncharted has many games, but that feels like a movie franchise, and I guess that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to achieve, like, you know, Nathan Drake and his friends, they do this, blah, 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 and it goes to the next game. This game feels more like a TV show, and I'm a big TV show fan, and I'll explain my reasonings for this, because firstly, most TV shows have a wider cast of characters, and this has a plethora of characters. So, and you spend time with these characters, you get to know them, much like you do in a TV show. You don't get that, you know, that doesn't really happen in a movie. It's kind of small, and you only got 2 hours, 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours if you're making a Lord of the Rings or an Avengers. But in this game, you're spending a lot of time with these people. They've all got their own stories, and I feel like every time I played the game, it felt like playing the next episode. Like, so let's pretend like Mass Effect 1 is Season 1, Mass Effect 2, Season 2, Mass Effect 3, Season 3. And within that, each mission, each storyline is like the next episode. So Mass Effect 2, Episode 5. What am I going to do this time? Or I'm going to help Garrus out with his problems. What am I going to do this time? I'm going to help Jack out with, you know, whatever she's up to. And I think that's... And because you are the main character, you've made this Commander Shepard. Like, she looks or he looks like how you want her to, or him to be. They are, you know, have all of the stuff that you've done in the previous games. Everyone interacts with you based on the decisions you made. You really feel like you're part of this game and this world in a way that I don't think any other game has really achieved. Like the Dragon Age games, for instance, they have a similar setup, but you're not the same character every time, and you don't have the same characters with you. Like whenever I play the next game, I was like, I can't wait for Season 3. Like, I can't wait to get back in and see how everyone's doing and get back onto it. That's the best way that I can explain it is it feels like a tailor-made experience because of the things that I've done in the game and the way that the characters are interacting with me. Like, I did this morning the Mass Effect DLC again. I did the Citadel party. And Garrus talks to me, and he says to me, well, your boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, if this feels like he's talking to me, like, obviously it is kind of, but I can't imagine him not saying that, because that's the experience that that I've cultivated from the game going forward. Like, I've created this narrative, I've then obviously pursued it with the way that the game is. Like, I can't imagine playing as Commander Shepard and Garrus not being my boyfriend. Like, what would he say to me in those moments? What would Tally say if I got with Tally? Let's say if I played as male Shepard. Like, there's so many infinite possibilities, and it feels like this was my experience that I have created, and I loved every single second of it. It's so good. I can't gush about it anymore. Now, we're looking here at some gameplay. I love the gameplay as well. I think Mass Effect 3 really tightens it up. I will say, though, that Mass Effect 3 was my least favourite Shepard in terms of the Shepard that I picked to play as. So every time I tried to shake it up. I think the first time I played Mass Effect, I played the same class. But this time I went Biotic for Mass Effect 1, Infiltrator, which I did before in Mass Effect 2, and this time I went for Vanguard for Mass Effect 3. Wasn't really feeling the Vanguard. I felt very exposed all the time because a lot of my powers, I felt I wasn't really doing a lot. Like, I did enjoy this Nova, to be fair. But the Nova then takes away your shield, so you're, very vulnerable. But I think I would have preferred maybe a different class so I could be a bit more involved. I think my favourite Commander Shepard was Mass Effect 1. Like, I really enjoyed being a Biotic, throwing people around, pulling people. That was a lot of fun. So I had to rely a lot on my crew members for this particular game, which is why Garrus and Liara, I think, were great complements to my Shepard, because Garrus, he's able to take people out with, his concussive rounds and his overload. So I enjoyed the strategy of it. You're like, how am I going to clear out this room? How am I going to combine everyone's skills together? And I really liked how Liara was able to take out the barriers. She has a lot of Biotic skills. And together, we made the ultimate team. I just wish that maybe I picked a different class. But I didn't want to be like Soldier. I wanted to have some Biotic powers. But I do like that the game does give you the option to change things up. And, try out different stuff. So, as you can say, I am all for this game. Big fan of it. Big fan of the series. I think because of the way... I still have a very, very special place in my heart for Mass Effect 1. Like, I think Mass Effect 1 does an amazing job at setting up this world, at setting up the tone and the vibe of the series. Like, when I think of Mass Effect, I think of the soundtrack of the Citadel for Mass Effect 1. It's so good, and that's where you get the crew. Like, I don't think there's a better crew than the crew in Mass Effect 1. All of them are standout characters. You've got Garrus, Liara, Rex, Tally, Ashley, someone that I'm forgetting, I'm sure. And I'm really sorry, whoever that person is. Kaidan! Of course, Kaidan. Yeah, you're 6 people. And I always thought they are Shepard's best friends. They're the people that Shepard, met, and we went on this journey together. The Mass Effect 2 people I feel less involved with because they felt like they were only there for the mission at hand. But it was still nice, obviously, to have them all get back together again. And then Mass Effect 3 comes back, and, you get your besties back again, and it's great. And everyone has their own lives, and, like, you just form these bonds. Like, I like to create my own narrative with everybody. Like, for instance, with Liara, she's my best friend. I feel like we hang out all the time. Obviously, Garrus is my boyfriend. Tally, I see her as, like, my surrogate daughter because she seems quite young and naive, and I've obviously helped her into the world. I've helped her with her pilgrimage, and, I'm proud of her. She's done a lot with her community and stuff with all the Quarians, and, even Ashley. Like, I don't think I'd ever save Kaidan again. I'm a big fan of Ashley. I think, like, even though, yes, she has her problems, but I find that makes her an interesting and complex character, rather than cardboard Kaidan. And, as you see as well, we're looking at the gameplay. They also step up the enemies in this one. I felt this game was a lot harder than the other games because the enemy variety, you really need to give it your all and strategize how you're going to beat these things, especially the Banshees. The Banshees are scary, man. I'm not a fan of the Banshees. They keep me awake at night. Very, very scary. But yeah, that's how I would talk about this game. I don't really think I have much else to say. Mission-wise, as I said, it's all very good. I really liked talking on the intercom. And the DLCs were really good. Like that Citadel DLC, it's so good. Like, the game knows what, the fans like, and it's like taking the mick out of that. It's tongue-in-cheek almost, and I just love Commander Shepard. I love being her, and I now think I'm a paragon, always paragon. My Commander Shepard does what she can do for the community at hand. And I don't know if a game has ever made me feel as connected into the world in a way that I feel so interlinked with it when I play this game, like, you know how much I love Uncharted. Uncharted is like watching my favorite movie over and over again. Like, obviously I like Nathan Drake, I like Chloe, and all of that. But I definitely feel like I'm watching, which, you know, that's how the game is presented. You know, I'm watching Nathan Drake. I am Commander Shepard when I play this game, and these people are my friends. Like, that's how good these stories have come together. That's how good these characters have been created, and I love how I have my own interactions with people, and I know who I like to talk to. And it's just so good, and I'm so sad that it's over. It fills me with so much joy, going back and playing these games. And yeah, I'm very intrigued how they're gonna go and do Mass Effect 4, because I find it hard to think, how does Mass Effect continue on without Commander Shepard, if that is the case. Now, I don't know that's the case, so we're going to move on in a second to the ending, and I will not throw up, we'll throw up the spoiler hand when that happens for anyway. So that's my spoiler-free review of Mass Effect. As a series, I think it's fantastic, must play. Obviously, the first one is a little clunky maybe, but as an overall experience, I think it's one that, you know, you should try it. I've said it for 15 minutes. I've talked about it non-stop. Look at the Normandy, man. Look at the Normandy. I love this place. I'm going to miss hanging out in the Normandy so much. Like, I have happy memories here. I just love all these characters. They make me laugh. They make me smile. So yeah, I think it's a great experience. This game, despite not being a lot of people's favourites, I don't think the ending, as we're going to talk about in a sec, does tarnish it. Look at my emails. People want to hang out with me. I love it. Look at this stuff. Liara wants to do something. We're going to do something else. That's the Citadel's DLC for you. But yeah, let's move over to here. Yeah, as an overall experience, Mass Effect 3 is my favourite because I feel like it tells a tighter story. Mass Effect 1 is my favourite after that because of, I love the world building, the lore, the characters, the simplicity, the gameplay is a bit more my scene. And then last is Mass Effect 2, which is a controversial, I understand, but I said in my Mass Effect 2 review, I feel the problem with that is there's just too much. There's all these characters. I don't like the Cerberus stuff. I just don't think it doesn't feel right. I always feel like it feels like, why? Obviously, the suicide mission is an amazing ending to the game, which I'm not going to dispute. That is the pinnacle, and it's probably the pinnacle of all of the Mass Effect games. So it goes up with that. But there definitely was a point in Mass Effect 2 where there was just too much happening, and I wasn't a fan of so much. It was overwhelming, the amount of stuff that was happening in terms, and whereas this game, it funnels you a little better. Like, you're not given like a billion missions to do. It's, you know, funnels you through. So, Mass Effect 2 is made worse by Mass Effect 3 not following up on the story they were building in Mass Effect. Yeah, it felt weird. Now, are you ready, everybody? Because about to throw up the spoiler hand. Oh, spoiler hand! I don't know where I'm pointing there. No, I'm pointing there. Spoiler hand. So we're going to talk about the ending, everybody. So avert your ears if you don't want spoilers. And when the spoiler hand goes down, the spoilers will cease. So the ending of Mass Effect 3. It's a controversial one. A lot of people didn't like it when it originally came out. They made a DLC to patch it, which made it somewhat better, I suppose. Now, I never played the original Mass Effect with the original ending. I only ever played Mass Effect with the 3 endings, which, you know, they do boil down into choices of some sort. Now, the final mission itself, I really like the build up to the final mission. It feels like, oh my god, we're going to do the thing. It's really exciting. And I love the final farewell that you get to all your characters. So there's like a moment where the fighting dies down, and on your way to the final briefing, you see everybody for the last time. And it gets you, man. It does feel like a goodbye, especially when you know what might happen. You don't know, because it's a dangerous mission. Like, all these people, you know, we're fighting the Reapers. The Reapers, you don't know if you're going to come back from this alive. Nobody knows. It's like, it's such a final thing. And obviously everyone's been like hyped about, like, when we get out of this, Shepard, it'll be fine. But you don't know if you're going to get out of this. It's a dangerous mission. And going around and seeing everyone for the final time and like saying goodbye effectively, but hope, it's kind of like that goodbye, but I hope I still see you again kind of vibe. That was good. I was a big fan of that. That was a moment, especially the Garrus ending. That was good. Anyway, I'm getting sad just thinking about it. So then the final mission, they throw everything at you. You've got like all this stuff, and then you're going towards the end, and you're fighting, and then it just becomes really convoluted, which was my issue. Like, I was fine with the build up and the fighting, but then it just turns into Talk Town City, and I don't know if the Talk Town was really any good. It was just, I think I zoned out slightly. So firstly, you've got to wrap up what's happening with the elusive man. And you've got to be like, oh, sorry, is the hand too tiny? I could make the hand bigger. If spoiler hand, boop, stop right now. Spoilers are a fun. But then, anyway, so we've got to wrap up the stuff with the elusive man. He's just talking a load of gibberish. And I'm like, I don't know if I care about you anymore, the elusive man. Like, it didn't feel like a good enough payoff. I didn't really care. I kind of wanted to get to the next bit. And then, sadly, Anderson was a blah. So yeah, that didn't really work for me, trying to do whatever that was. Then the next bit is more Talktown City, where you're now talking to this child, effectively, who's telling you... No, I do like the premise of what's happening here. The child is basically speaking, or the AI, is saying how it's inevitable that organics and synthetics will always come to war, and they will always, one will always want to fight the other, and it will be extinct. So they do the reboot to stop that. I think that's an interesting concept, and it is one that probably is, true to what's happening in the game. Like, the Reapers, the Geth, you see it happening time and time again, and the only solution is, to destroy everybody. And you can't deny that, because it's happened. So I found that an interesting concept, but then the solutions to fix it seemed a little lacking, let's say. They didn't do anything with Harbinger, that's the thing, I liked Harbinger, but I didn't quite understand who or what he was. Like, it was a bit confusing to me, what all that was. Anyway, so then you're presented with 3 choices of how you want to... Is anyone else making up dialogue in their heads based on one of those? So then you're based on 3 choices, which some people like to boil down to the red choice, the green choice, or the blue choice. Now, if I had been presented with just... So there's every choice has a consequence apart from the new one that they gave you, which is the one that I went for originally when I first played the game, not knowing that was the extra DLC, whatever. So the first choice is destroy the Reapers. And in that choice, you will destroy all synthetic life, including ones that you're friends with. So that would be like if you helped the Geth become at one with the Quarians, you're killing them off. And also you're killing off Edie. Also, you yourself are part synthetic, so you'd be killing all synthetic life destroyed. So that seemed a little extreme. I was like, after all of that, don't want to go down that route. And that feels like the good ending, I guess. Then there's the blue path, which is the control, which is what the elusive man wanted to do, where you control the Reapers. And that seemed a little sketchy. I'm not really sure why, like, other than just being a megalomaniac, why that was a decision. I can't remember what the downside of controlling the Reapers was. I think you would lose your physical form. And then, I don't know, does everyone live in that one? I'm not sure. Maybe that's the good option. I don't know. And then there's a final option, which is what they added, which is called synthesis, which is combining organics and synthetics together, which is an interesting concept. And that would, resolve the tensions between the 2 camps, because now they're both at one. So that's the one that I feel like is the better one to go for in my mind, because that's like, nobody dies, hooray, except for your poor self. You suffer the consequences of death. So then you make this arduous walk to your final solution, which it felt so long. Like, your shepherd is proper like, ugh. And then you just are given a cutscene. Now, I do really like the synthesis cutscene that happens at the end. So basically, a wave goes, and it rewrites everyone's DNA or whatever. And now everybody looks a bit freaky, which I'm wondering if that's like a side effect that wears off. So everyone's got like little like glimpse patterns or something. And like, I don't know how to describe it. This is my only what Corey must think is happening now, I don't know. But yeah, and then your eyes turn green. And I'm kind of thinking, if I was a regular person, which I am a regular person, I'm no Commander Shepard, and suddenly I look in the mirror and I've got green eyes and my skin is glowing with, weird patterns, I'd be like, is this forever? Like, you've changed me. I don't look like me anymore. I'm creeped out by that. I don't know if I like no one consulted me about this. And now forever I'm gonna, like, I don't know. Also, it felt weird that it happens over some people's clothes and whatnot. I don't know. I thought that was odd as well. But anyway, everybody lives except for poor Commander Shepard. So everyone stands in the Normandy and they give you like a goodbye or whatever. Oh, and also I really like the idea that because you're now at one, there's a really good line where it's because both synthetics and organics are one, they understand each other better. So synthetics now understand humanity or organics in a way that they couldn't before because they were machines, and I keep saying humans, organics no longer fear synthetics because they understand them or something. Oh, hang on. People are saying there is a fourth ending. So synthesis was already in. It's the refusal that added. So what? You could say no. What happens when you say no? Have I done the wrong thing? I don't know if I want to. I'm going to have to look this up then. I always thought the synthesis ending was the new one because it felt too harsh to be either destroy or control. But how do the husks feel? I don't know. No one's ever asked a husk how it feels. I always feel that they must feel distressed. It looks very distressing to be a husk, I must say. So that is everyone. That doesn't feel like a good ending, Robert. Everyone dies? Not sure how I feel about that. So yeah, I like the synthesis ending. I feel like the destroy ending is the one where Shepard has a chance of living still. Because there's like a bit where and the chess piece goes up. And so my question, which goes back to the poll, is how does the ending of Mass Effect 3, how is this going to tie in to Mass Effect 4? Because everybody is going to look kind of funky unless that wears off after time, if that's the ending they go for. But then Commander Shepard doesn't exist anymore. And my question is as well, how does Mass Effect go on without Shepard? Like, you're such an integral part. I mean, yeah, the characters and everything, they're all big too. But it's that camaraderie that you have with the crew that I think really cements it. I don't know if I play as somebody else. Let's just say that I create a brand new person, like, I don't know, not Shepard, but Farmer. Let's say the new Commander Farmer is now the person. I don't know if I wouldn't just project my Commander Shepard feelings and vibes onto Commander Farmer. Like, I don't know, as much as I would love to see Liara and all the crew again, is it going to feel hollow without the person that combined them all together? I don't know. I feel conflicted. Either way, I'm excited. Also, I don't know much about Mass Effect 4. I've not really looked into it. When does it take place? Like, Liara is an Asari who lives for like thousands of years. Who else is still going to be alive? Like, there are some life forms that don't live as long. So yeah, I just don't know. So most people are saying that. Okay, so yeah, Robert is confirming Destroy is canon. I need to watch all the endings. I think I'm going to do that after this. I'm going to watch all of the endings on YouTube so I can get a better understanding of how they differ. I don't think they differ that much, to be honest. So Destroy, wow. I feel like Destroy is just going against everything that you've worked towards. Like, yeah, I get the Reapers are the big threat, but it is true that throughout the whole of the Mass Effect, 3 games, you are always fighting this AI threat. But, the Geth are a big part, but then you come and you bring the Geth in, and I just feel like it's wrong. It's wrong to destroy the AI. And, oh my God, it just reminded me, like, I went to the canteen area, and Dr. Charquaz, she's like an AI hater. She's like, I don't trust those AI because they don't have feelings like humans. Like, Dr. Charquaz, here on the Normandy, we respect all life, whether it comes from a womb, an egg, or a computer chip. What are you doing on my ship, Dr. Charquaz? Should have picked Michelle. So Destroy is doing what you were asked to do. The other two are playing God. Oh, right. So Destroy is completing the mission. I see. And that's the ending. That's going to be the one. Okay. Well, I'm going to watch this ending. So anyway, to wrap it all up, I felt like the ending, despite the controversy, it didn't put a nice big bow. It didn't feel like a rewarding payoff. Like, the ending of Mass Effect 1, that's banging. When everyone's like, where's Commander Shepard? And you get out from under that Reaper, and you're like, Commander Shepard, save the galaxy. That's cool. I was like, yes, Commander Shepard. Was all into that. Mass Effect 2, it feels like, oh my God, we did this mission. It's either great if everybody lives, or it's like bittersweet if some people died along the way, but you still completed the mission. And then this was just like, it just ended on a bit of a sour note. I did, however, feel a bit sad when they added my name to the Hall of Fame on the Normandy. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Destroy is essentially giving control back to nature to continue evolution of life as it intended. No one plays God, it says M. Okay, that makes sense. Liara wasn't green in the trailer, so not sure if it would be synthesis. Good call out. Okay. I guess I also really like Joker and Edie having a relationship, so I didn't want to kill off Edie in the... I get it, you are an Alliance soldier. The mission... Commander Shepard has a really tough job, and I don't envy... Sometimes I think I lay awake thinking about Commander Shepard, like, the amount of pressure this person had on their shoulders to save the galaxy, like... Imagine that dropping into your inbox and one day, right task, save the galaxy in progress. Bloody hell. Don't. But yeah, okay, that makes sense, I guess. And like you said, that is the mission, and that's what you were asked to do. None of the endings are without cost. And I think that's great. I like an ending. I like the fact that the game is giving you a choice. That means that I think it's just the way it was delivered to you. It could have been better explained. Like when that kid's talking to me, I just didn't quite understand what was going on. So yeah, that's all I have to say about the endings. I did then replay the Citadel DLC to get my proper ending. What does saving the galaxy pay though? Imagine being the Pathfinder Andromeda. Yeah, I can imagine. So yeah, that is my that are my thoughts on all things Mass Effect. Let me put the spoiler hand down. Spoiler hand down. So yeah, that's it. I've talked about everything I wanted to talk about in the spoiler realms. Now, onto something. Oh my god, I can't believe what the time is. I have so much more to give. It's going to be a long one today. I'm not ready to stop talking, everybody. So strap in, because we have... Oh, we might not get to see the lunar logs. But everyone, I want to share with you some photographs that I took of my time playing Mass Effect. Please indulge me. Where am I? Am I speaking? I want to be on camera. I want to be on camera, damn it. Here I am. Let's put myself over here. Okay. So the Mass Effect Legendary Edition did come with a photo mode. And I was like, I quite enjoyed taking a few photos here and there. So this is the wall of all, the commemorative wall we see of all the people in my playthrough that we lost along the way. I thought I like taking a picture of my Shepard in front of that to remember those. I did this as well. I remember back in the day when I completed Mass Effect the first time, I took a little picture on my little mobile phone. I can't find that now though, but yeah, we're going to go through my Mass Effect gallery. You know what's coming up, everybody. So here I am in the commander's quarters. Good times, good times. But now, look at these guys. We're in Garrus's spot now. We're talking. I really like this. Now, Tali and Garrus, I've got to keep an eye on them. Because if you don't get with Garrus, then Tali swoops in. Now, here we are again, strateging. Now, this is. I always used to get worried. No, I'm not a jealous person. I'm not jealous, but you know, I got to watch Tali because I played the Mass Effect DLC this morning, and I did the Quiet Party, and no joke, guys, Tali in her drunken state says at one point, Garrus, I know you're with Shepard and all, but I was like, she wants Garrus. She wants a bit of the Garrus. I mean, I don't blame her. He's a hot guy. He's a great guy. But Tali, gotta watch us. This is me keeping an eye on them. You know, being like, are you talking about, look at these two. Are you talking about business? Keep it business level, people. I've got my eye on you, Tali. Ain't no boyfriend stealing happening here. All right, Garrus loves me. Lest we forget. Never forget. Now, let's look at the man. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Look at my Garrus. Look. This is just me going, God, what a stance this guy has. Look at him. He's got prowess. And now, wait, what's that? Oh, please go to the next picture. Oh, the power couple. Get my face out of here. We don't need to see little old me. Oh, no, I'm moving the wrong thing. Oh, I want to get me out of it. Oh, Commander Shepard and Garrus, the way it should be. Oh, look at these two. I did spend too much time in photo mode because I just wanted to remember side by side now, looking out on the Normandy the way we should. But this is my favourite picture. Look at us looking into each other's eyes. I don't know why I love this so much, but I took this photo and I was like, this is the photo of my heart. Look at these two, Garrus. I'm gonna miss you so much. picture. I'm just gonna stare at it for a bit, and you're gonna have to endure it because I love how I managed to get. It was really difficult, by the way. It was so difficult to get these people to stand in the positions that I wanted because they've got very Gorman expressions. But Fish Face and her, Commander Fish Face and her true love. But then in reality, it was just this, to be honest. He was just calibrating. You see, the picture tells us that you think it's a really cute moment, but it's literally him telling me, "Not now, Shepard. I'm busy." And I'm just like, "Please talk to me. Please talk to me, Garrus." So yeah. Oh. And there is the whole team together. And of course, nothing says I love you like staring at each other in a picture. Please remember this in the future. If you're taking a picture with your loved one in a group, you must stare at each other. Because to make everybody know it's us two. Everybody else is, left out in the dust. And then also to finally cement this, I liked the idea of taking a picture of my Commander Shepard in front of the picture that's in our apartment. Oh, Mass Effect, you gave and you took my heart. And now I miss you so much, oh, Mass Effect. Now I spend every night all alone without you to take me to space, to take me away to a galaxy far away. Oh, Mass Effect, what will I do without you in my life? Ba-da-ba-da-da. Oh, Mass Effect, what will I do without you in my life? Boom. That's the end. Should we go to the lunar logs? I need to just cry for a bit. I don't know what happened to Saeed or Miranda. I don't think I found them in time for this picture. I do like Miranda. Big fan of her. Right, let's give myself a break from talking. I'm just gonna cry for a bit, let out my feelings, and we didn't lose her. She is alive. I just don't think I got to her storyline in time for the DLC. Lucy has more song than the Beatles now. Should do an album. Matt, my ears. Well, I'm sorry. Please enjoy my dog. We're gonna have to go back to this other clip. Hang on.
I don't really want to stop.
No. Goodbye from me. Hello to Luna, her journey when she went to the park.
So it's really difficult, isn't it? You've got to get right in the grey. It's not focusing, it's focusing in the grey. Yeah, you've got to get in the grey and then focus in the grey. It's hard to get that right moment. There you go, well done. Keeps them acting. Oh, beautiful horse. Yeah, that's a good one.
Here can this guys. I'm trying to get
He's got a bit of his side cut away and
it's tough because the railings are all there. I thought it was some sort of flu.
I see you take a picture of these ones, Mum, because of the...
Yeah, the gates are.
They're both going to the same little food, those two.
She might get a bit upset.
It does look like
Those
stopping.
pigs eat anything. Pigs ate a shopping list once, years ago. Yeah, it fell into there and they ate it. Like anything.
I say obviously Luna would round these up in her job.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of sheep. That one, I think it's that one over there. It's the vocal one. Yeah, you got the stick. You got the stick.
Every time they were here, goes LOL.
Bye.
Yeah, they're quite. When you rub them, they go kind of.
Is this one?
Do you want to take one with you?
Image actually wants it.
Images to dot leave. Yeah, have you got one?
Hey, come then.
That's a zombie holly brush. Christmas, you're right.
Oh, it's supposed to be one in. Oh, Charlton Cemetery. Oh, I don't have a decent one. Yeah. Higher Water Park. Oh, well, there's two trees.
So there you go. I hope you enjoyed the Lunar Logs. That was filmed by my brother, and I quite enjoyed that video because my brother has a very unique filming style. He'll like film little snippets of moments from the day in like 5-second clips, which I quite enjoy. So I thought, let's put that on the show. It's a good lunar log of a day out. So what we did was we went to like a little farm park that's kind of near my area, and then we took Luna to the flat. So there will be a video of my flat tour with Luna's first impression of coming to my flat. So dreaming snoozies, hello. So yeah, that's to come. That's the next video I'm working on, is the old room tour, the flat vlog tour with Luna's first coming to my flat. So that brings us to the end of the show. But before we get to the end of the show, of course, there's how well does Lucy know chat? How well does Lucy know chat? But in order to do this segment, we need to wrap up today's poll. So this is your last chance to vote in the poll. LudiXP of Locking It Down with Lucy asked you guys, are you excited for Mass Effect 4? 107 of you have voted, and the votes have been counted and verified. And I can now reveal that when I end the poll, that, drum roll, ending the poll now. Lovely dog, thank you. What breed is Luna? She is a Kelpie cross-border collie. So the votes are in, and with the lowest votes is at 24%. No, at 7%. No, you're not excited for Mass Effect 4. Critical mission failure. 24% said not sure, we'll wait and see. At 33% said yes, calibrating with excitement. And 34% said not sure, new to the franchise. That's crazy. I spend so much of my life on this channel, well, in recent months, talking about Mass Effect, and so many of you are new to the franchise. That is so exciting. I'm really excited for you. I hope that you will find Mass Effect exciting, and I hope I haven't bored you to tears with my love of Garrus and Mass Effect, obviously. So, right, where is my whiteboard? So, how this segment is going to work. I am going to ask you guys a question on the chat via the poll options, and I'm going to give you 1 minute to vote. You're going to cast your vote. Now, I'm going to close my eyes and try and guess what I think the winner of the poll will be. So this is how I'm going to try and guess how well do I think I know chat by guessing what answers I think you're going to give. Now, all of the questions are like video game related or, you know, media, pop culture related. So let's just I just need to get my shit together in terms of how I'm going to set up this segment. Right, so, you're becoming a little sleepy. Unfriendly, unnamed rival. Unfriendly, my bad. Friendly, unnamed rival says, hello, Ludi, hello. I'm glad you can join me because now we're in the interactive segment of the show. So, oh God, I just realized I've got to do a lot of talking in order to mask the fact that I need to write these poll options. Right, so the first question is going to be, I'm going to write down the answer before. Oh, this is really boring. This is dead air. I've written down the answer that I think you guys are going to give to the question, which is, which PlayStation controller is your favorite? Is Bay. I'm going to write Bay because I can't be asked to type. Which PlayStation controller is Bay? DualShock 3, DualShock 4, or Dual Sense is in PS5. Dual Sense. Right. So the time to cast your vote is now. I'm gonna throw 1 minute up on the clock. I've already written my answer down. Please get your votes in now for the poll. Which is your favorite controller of PlayStation? Is it the DualShock? Is it the DualShock 3? DualShock 4? Or the DualSense? I have put my opinions down. I'm interested to see if I'm gonna correctly guess what it is you guys are gonna say. We've got 1 minute on the clock to get you voting. Let me read what is happening. People are writing there. The PlayStation 1 controller, obviously, who needs joysticks, says Corey, perhaps. The Xbox controller isn't part of the thing. I'm sorry. I only talk in PlayStation. I don't know anything else. I don't know. Not going to pretend to know, but I do like the Xbox Elite controller when I tried it. Felt very nice. I kind of wish we had that kind of nice feeling of the grip. I don't know which controllers for what platform. Oh, Unlucky 13. So DualShock 3 is for the PS3 era. DualShock 4 is for the PS4 era. And the DualSense is the PS5 era. Maybe I should have prefaced that. But you've only got 5 seconds left to vote. Let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's not how time works. The timer is up. I'm closing the poll. And I shall see if I asked you. I wrote down DualSense as in PS5. And the answer was... with 7% DualShock 3, 36% DualShock 4, and with 56% the DualSense. Yes! One for Lucy. Right. 1 point to me. I do know you guys. Maybe that was an easy question, but I don't know what you guys are thinking. I don't know what you're thinking out there. But after 2 years together, maybe I do. Right, next question. We've done that one. Okay, let us go for a simple question. Does chat prefer, which series of games does the chat prefer? The Spider-Man games. Oh crap, I've just written rubbish. The Spider-Man games, and we're talking like, I'm going to say all Spider-Man games. Spider-Man games or the Batman games. So we're talking about the franchises here. Batman games. Cast your votes now. Spider-Man or Batman? Where are we going? This is a tough one, but I think I'm going to go. I'm not looking. I'm going to write down my answer here. Based on chats that I've had with you guys in the past. So I've written my answer down. Get your votes in. We shall see. We're talking about Spider-Man. You can go for the PS2 era Spider-Man games. You can also think about the PS4 Spider-Man games / PS5, and then the Batman era, which pretty much dominated the PlayStation 3 era. And there was a bit on PlayStation 4, I suppose. But I don't know if there was any good Batman games before, Rocksteady took on the franchise. Oh my god, I'm not doing the time. I'm just chatting. Right, quick. Don't keep me waiting. Right, 1 minute on the clock to get your votes in. Let's see what people are saying. Jose says another easy question. All right, Jose. Maybe they get a little harder as time goes on, all right? I just thought of this segment because originally I was going to do how well do you know me? And I was like, that's pretty egotistical of me. Maybe I should test me on you. Testing me, testing you. So we'll see. Maybe I have given myself softball questions, but the time will tell if I know anything at all. Do you even know me? The Batman... The thing is that this is tough. I know what my answer would be. My answer is in like what I would vote for. But it isn't about me. It's not about me. It's about you. What games are you picking? I'll say my preface at the end. You've got coming up to 10 seconds left to vote. Jamie is saying Arkham Knight turned a lot of people off. Agree. Are you counting the Lego Batman games? I think the Lego Batman games are good. Love the PlayStation bedding. Always on brand, everything. Jack is saying voted Spider-Man based on the Marvel games. Oh, and that is time. Time is up. I'm closing the poll now. Which games do you prefer? Oh, it is close. But time is up with 25 votes. Oh, no, sorry. 30 votes. I asked you, the chat. Do you prefer the Spider-Man games or the Batman games? Batman games got 46% of the vote, half and half, as the Spider-Man games got 53%. What did I say? Spider-Man games! Boo, 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 boo. Although I would vote for Batman games myself. But yes! Point to Lucy. Boo, boo, boo. Boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room. Maybe not. Maybe that's a little too far. Right, let's go for question number 3. Guess the average age of your audience. I should know that based on stats, my YouTube stats. Okay, next question. we're going to go for something. And now for something a little different. We're going down a different route. I'm now going to ask you, what is the chat's favorite PlayStation mascot? Okay, and we're going for 4 options here. This one I think is a bit tricky. I'm not really sure what you guys are going to say for this. Crash Bandicoot, Astrobot, or Ratchet. I believe Ratchet is a kind of a mascot, I guess. I really don't know what to vote for this. Ask the community now, what is your favorite mascot out of those 4 characters? I'm going to look away because I need to write what I'm going to say. I'm going to go for, I don't know. I'm going to listen to my heart. All right, I'm not looking while you guys cast the vote, although, again, I forgot to put the timer up. Right, 1 minute, let's go. What is your favorite PlayStation mascot, if you can call those mascots, I guess? I didn't want to put, like, Nathan Drake and people like that. I wanted to go for, you know, Master Chief. Unless you guys are going to troll me because you know who I don't like. But, I don't know, if the mascots even exist anymore. I was going to put Kevin Butler as a joke, but I thought I'd keep to what the qualifications of a true mascot is, and they're normally cute, fluffy, that kind of vibe, or, you know, just stop saying Master Chief or Master Chef. I don't care about the guy who kills the aliens in the helmet. Nobody knows who he really. Well, somebody does. I don't know. I don't know what Master Chef does other than cook things. Probably aliens, right? Now, we're coming up to 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Get your votes in. Who are you voting as your favorite mascot? Stop saying Master Chief. Master Chief is a big no. State Puff Marshmallow. We're all thinking it. Okay, voting has closed in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close the votes. Oh, another interesting. Who is Astrobot? Come on. Right, so I asked you guys, what is your favorite mascot? At 5%, at the bottom is Ratchet, 8% says Sackboy, 35% says Astrobot, and at 50%, Crash Bloody Bandicoot. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Lucy knows chat. Lucy knows chat. Wah, 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 wah. Cool. I know, I feel sorry for Astrobot, but your classics have remained true. Crash Bandicoot 3. I mean, I don't know why I'm scoring this as it's not about me versus you. I'm just pleased. I'm just pleased to get the answers right, to be honest. Okay, let's go for question number 4. Which, hang on, let me get me the point. But she doesn't know me. Do you know me? You're a collective unit together. You're like the hive mind. Okay, I now want to ask you, what is your favorite Rockstar franchise? Okay, and the votes are, do you guys prefer the GTA franchise? Do you prefer the Red Dead Redemption franchise? Or do you prefer the Bully franchise? And those are the only ones I'm giving. I know they make all other whims of games, but I don't know them. Right, I'm quickly, the poll is up. I better write my answer now. I'm gonna go for this as my answer. Let's put the time up. You've got 1 minute on the clock to vote for your favorite Rockstar franchise. Now, some of these questions are because I'm just curious. I'm just a curious person, you know. I'm just trying to get a sense of what people like versus what I like, that kind of thing. And I think the answer for this, if I ask people outside of the chat, is a no-brainer probably. But I'm asking a very small focus group, which is you guys. So I'm wondering because I think my answer would differ, perhaps. Bully is only one game. I know. But I know people like, do you think it should have just been Red Dead versus GTA then? LA Noire was my fave. Maybe I should put LA Noire. I did like LA Noire a lot, to be fair. But so another company helped Rockstar make LA Noire, did they not? I can't remember the name of them, but there was some kind of, you know, you're always looking to make another rivalry. It's, oh god, the knack disrespect. Who knows about that? Max Payne. I know that there are plenty. Maybe I shouldn't have put Bully in the mix. All right, I'm sorry, Kurt Angle. I'm sorry. Oh, time's up. I was going to take a drink, but the poll has now closed. Time is up, and let us see what you guys have said. Oh yeah, finding those cars in LA Noire. So, what is the best Rockstar franchise? 31 of you voted. Thank you very much. And at the bottom of the poll, at 6%, is Bully. Second place is Red Dead Redemption at 41%. And at first place with 51%, GTA. I mean, I was curious because I would personally say my favourite is Red Dead Redemption. But I had a feeling that GTA was popular. So there we go. Hooray. Another point to Lucy. I know you guys. I know you. There we go. Right, let's go to the final question that I have done, which I think is going to be a harder question, actually. I think this is going to be an interesting one to vote on. Because this is more about you guys. Like, do I know the community, I guess, if you may allow me to call you a community. I hope you don't mind that. So the next question for you guys is, how many platinums do you have? I'm curious, and I'm going to put it in ranges, because I know that, you know, we like trophies here on the channel, and I'm just wondering, like, what is the trophy ratio base? So it's going to be in intervals of how many platinums you had: 0 to 10, 10 to 50, 50 to 100, 100 plus. Let's go, get your votes in. This is only fact now. This is not fiction. I think I'm going to go for this as my prediction. Okay, this is the one that I'm not confident in, because how well do I know the people that watch the show or any of my content is a question. I feel like maybe I've gone for a safe option when maybe I should have been smart and gone for another option. So get your votes in. Let's see. I think we can be a hive mind. I guess we can be a community. Are you all together? Oh, not at all. Oh, maybe I've underestimated the community here. Maybe I should have got up, but I'm not gonna retract what I've written. Platinums. I want to know. I want you. How many platinums do you have? And then I want to see what the group comes out with based on. So if you have, as Robert War is saying, 32 platinums, then you vote for the 10 to 50 slot. If you've got 100 more platinums, then you vote for that. And I'm just curious to see what this will come out of. Oh, indoctrination. This hurts you, Shepherd. Oh, time is up. Although it's poll closing, and let's see if I have got it right. But I'm also curious to see how many platinums do you have. So at 15%, 0 to 10. At 15%, 50 to 100. At 31%, 10 to 50. And with 37%, 100 plus, I got it wrong. I went for second place, which was 10 to 50, but the real answer was 100 plus, which is fantastic going, everybody. Nice work. I underestimated the power of the trophy hunters out there. So that is only 4 out of 5 that I got correct. But that's very exciting. That's very interesting to know. And also I like how it ranges. It seems like 100 plus isn't too far off of 10 to 50. I'm sorry, that does not count. Gamer score. But I am curious. I'm going to ask the question that M said to wrap it up. I guess the only final question is to ask, how old are you? But how am I gonna rank this? You can't be below 10, can you? If you are, what? How did you get here? So I'm gonna say I'm making up the intervals now. How do they do this when you like sign up for your taxes and stuff? I think I'm going to try and think of how YouTube does it. I think YouTube does it in these brackets. But I think that makes it too easy, to be honest. But I don't know. I feel like this is a weird question to ask. But now I'm asking you how old you are. And I'm going to go for this option. I think that I've made the option potentially maybe too simple. But we'll see. Time has begun. We'll see if I know the age range. Oh, you're right. Maybe I should have done 18 to 30. That makes a bit more sense than 15. It should have been 30 below. I haven't done my taxes. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I just made this one up on the spot. But when I did have to do taxes, I literally rang them up and was like, hi, I know I need to do my taxes and I really don't want to be like a bad person. I don't want to go to prison. Please help me and tell me that I've done it right. And they were like, don't worry, you won't go to prison. I was like, thank you. I don't want to go to prison because I used LimeWire back in the day. Please, I've learned. I give to Spotify now. I earn money. I can afford music. So, right, let's see. Come on, this is too easy. Well, like I said, it's not about a competition, okay? It's about just seeing if I, getting a temperature gauge on the chat. How old do I know? And this was M's suggestion. to see. I'm just curious if I know. Do I know anything at all? Who knows? That's a dubious question. All I know is that Gareth loves me. He tells me a lot. So, right, poll time is done. The poll is over. Let us see. How old are people? How old are you? So, I would be voting in the 30 to 50 bracket myself. Oh, it's a tie. So 0% of you are under 15, 5% are 50 plus, but then at joint first place at 47% for both the 30s and the 30 to 50, the 15 to 30. I went for 15 to 30. I guess I'm guessing that the age range is probably like 25 to maybe like 40. I would guess. Maybe 20 to 40, probably. But yeah, I went for 15 to 30 because I'm just holding on to my 30s. But it seems like I wasn't too far off the truth. So thank you. It's lovely to have all of you here, no matter how old or how young. You are all welcome to Lock It Down with Lucy. And that about wraps up today's episode. I hope you enjoyed that segment of How Well Does Lucy Know Chat. Lucy knows chat relatively well, it seems. So there we go. A bit of a long one this evening, but I was feeling back on form. I was feeling pumped to talk to you all this evening after being a little bit blah last week. It's been good to be back. So that is all I have for you here on tonight's edition of Locking It Down with Lucy. Thank you so much to Corey and Luke for your mod duties. Very much appreciate your help and support on the channel. And thank you so much for everyone for getting involved, talking. You know, the show, as I always say, is nothing if I have no one to speak to. I like to get you guys involved, and it's great to see you guys putting on all the things in the chat. So until next week, look after yourselves and keep it locked here on the channel. Apologies as well that I'm trying to make some videos. I'm trying to work out my schedule here because I've kind of fallen into a bit of a, I'm not really sure what I'm doing. You know, it's thrown me living in this new life. But I am working on the next video, which will be my flat tour, and then I'm going to start bringing back the Platinum Trophy Tales, getting that sorted out now. I've got my setup fixed. So thank you everybody for, you know, all the support, all the being here on the channel. I wish you all a good week, and I shall see you all next week for another edition of Locking It Down with Lucy. Until then, goodbye. Remember, Gareth. We're waving goodbye to you, and I'm waving goodbye to Mass Effect. Maybe next week I'll talk about something else. Who knows? You'll have to tune in to find out. Bye. Oh, I gotta stop stream.